Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kirill, your Justice analyst from Belarus living in Germany, and we continue with Eurovision 2026. Today I'm extremely excited to continue the series with Germany, because of course it's the country where I live. Unfortunately this year I couldn't watch the national selection, but I definitely took my time to check all the performances from the national final except for the winning one. And actually the second place in one, Wavy Boy, I think would have been a great choice for Germany for Eurovision. You can't take me dead or alive. You can't kill my pride. If Wavy Boy would have been victorious, we would have had the first representative of Liechtenstein in Eurovision Song Contest, because he comes from a small town, Balzers, in this country. Also the third place one, Molly Sue, I think had a great ballad, maybe not the best choice for Eurovision, but in any case, a great song to listen to. And when I saw that the winner was 32 years old Sarah Engels, or Sarah Lombardi as she was known, let's say 5 years ago, I was extremely excited because she is a great artist who already took part in sort of German analog to Eurovision Song Contest, which was called Free Eurovision Song Contest, organized by Stefan Raab in 2020 when Eurovision was actually cancelled. I actually enjoyed that entry, so if her Eurovision song goes into this direction, and based on the title Fire, I have such an expectation, this would be definitely amazing and I would be glad to welcome Germany among my personal favorites. But what do we know about the singer Sarah Engels? So she came to prominence in 2011 when she took part in the German analog of Idol's show called Deutschland sucht den Superstar. I have extra checked her performances from the Idols, and this one was my favorite, maybe because I just love the song and she actually did justice to it. In any case, she was eliminated quite quickly in the show, she didn't make it into the top 10, but then due to the health reasons, one of the artists was kicked out by one of the producers, and then Sarah was given a second chance and made it up to the final, where she has finished second. And this song, Call My Name, became her first single ever, actually the most successful singer from Sarah up to this day. It was written by Dieter Bohlen, one of the most iconic German producers and songwriters, who is actually one of the two members of the band Modern Talking, whom you probably know. But right after the show, Sarah has teamed up with Pietro Lombardi, who finished first in that edition where she was the runner-up, and they released a common single together, which became her second most famous song. I miss you so. Unfortunately, her relationship with Pietro afterwards became quite famous in the media in Germany. They had such a scandalous breakup, and I think it costed her a lot of nerve. But now she's happily married again, started a completely new chapter, changed her surname back to Engels, and is ready for Eurovision. But what about her Eurovision song? So the song titled Fire has been composed by a bunch of composers who didn't really work with any other Eurovision entries, so I'm extremely excited to hear what will it be. So let's go for my first listen. As always, I will start with the studio version of the song, so we have even official music video, which is great. Afterwards, I will definitely take a look at the lyrics, and then we will check her live performance from the German national selection, which I'm extremely excited about. Just for your information, due to the copyright, I have to cut the pieces of the song which I'm playing for you between my comments to maximum 5 seconds, so please check the full version of the song and just be sure that I'm listening to the full song on my side. Very intense beginning, reminded me a bit of Firefighter actually by Nutsa Busaladze. It's a bop. Sarah brought a banger with her, great. I'm on fire, fire. You're a liar, liar. Stop. The chorus reminds me of many other cool Eurovision bop entries, but I love that. The chorus is definitely not the most original, but still, it just slaps. Wait a minute, you're gonna see that you won't find another. I actually think the verses are a little bit stronger than the chorus. I can't fight till I make it, but I won't. So they already have some sort of choreography ready for Eurovision. Perfect. Now some high note or something like this would be great just to elevate it a little bit. I love this growl, sounded really cool. She got the moves, she got the charisma, amazing. Yeah, we needed that note, amazing. It's so easy to remember and sing along, cool. That's a banger. I have to say I wasn't really prepared for that. Seeing that it's Sarah Engels, seeing that the song is titled Fire, I definitely expected it to be some kind of a bop. But this level of pop, this is definitely something what usually Cyprus would send us. Or what we casually see in Scandinavian national selections. Can't remember seeing anything similar from Germany, so definitely in my head it's a little bit of mismatch. She got the moves, she got the charisma, the performance with the fire looked great. I assume in the national selection it will be something quite similar, but actually I didn't pay so much attention to the lyrics. There was a lot of fire literally in the lyrics and in the video, but now let's take a look at the text more in detail. Sarah is saying, nonsense what you've been doing to me, I could take my revenge by going out with all your friends. She's saying to this guy, like a vampire you hide, but then you come out at night, stop denying that, no lie no more. It seems to tell us the story of a woman who was betrayed, who is now trying to fake it, to play the mask, that nothing has happened, but who finds this inner fire in her to admit that he is a liar, that he is out of her league now, that she doesn't want to deal with it no more. She doesn't need it and she will not let him repeat it. So very much self-empowering song, just telling to us we don't have to live in unhealthy, unhappy relationship, and we just need to find the right time to find the inner fire in ourselves and move on. So nothing too special about this text, but in any case, good message. And now let's go for a second listen where I'll take a look at the live performance from the German national selection. So I really hope that Sarah will serve as a great dancey performance, but will be not out of breath and the vocals will be not lacking. So let's just see. I could go out without all your friends. It already looks very Eurovision-y. They definitely seem to know what they're doing. I think Sarah sounds also great. I love the outfit, so it's definitely looking like a ready-made performance for Eurovision. Maybe it doesn't look as expensive as the Eurovision performance should look like, but they definitely have enough time to polish it and to adjust it for a big stage. The growl was also now amazing, so she definitely seems to know how to perform. I wish she would dance a little bit more, as for now she was standing too much still while the backing dancers were dancing, but I hope it's just the beginning. Just wait a minute, you're gonna see. This gives so much the reference to Nutsa Buzaladze with her firefighter performance. Just don't get me wrong, it might be repetitive, but it's still very effective and looks really cool. 'Cause I won't do the same old mistakes. I can fake it till I make it. So this performance definitely looks very polished, very professional. I'm sure there are some Eurovision experts behind this performance. I'm not really sure who they are. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. But it's definitely giving the vibe of a little bit different league, because I have seen this other performances from the German national selection. Some of those songs were really great, but performance-wise, this is just Eurovision level. This last note right before the chorus in the first verse and the second verse sounds somehow a bit flat. I wish she would do some cool riff or something like that, that we jump right into the chorus on this high note. This is a little bit lacking for me. She has actually given her microphone out to one of the dancers, so I expect now a pretty damn good dance performance, because so far in the official music video we saw some cool moves, but in this live performance it was very much lacking movement from her side. She was quite static, I would say, sometimes only walking a little bit, so now she definitely needs to compensate for that. This was definitely a very much slow-mo reference. But nevertheless impressive. Vocally, she's absolutely excellent. Yeah, great performance. Wow, for a third year in a row, Germany seems to be literally on fire. I think Sarah is such a great choice. She's an experienced, talented singer with such great vocal delivery, with amazing stage presence, and definitely a very clever team of station producers. So I really hope they will elevate this even more for the Eurovision stage. And in any case, Germany will be totally proud to have her as a representative this year. At least I am. But now let's take a look how Germany actually did in the Eurovision Finals in the last 5 and 15 years. As you can see on your screen, from 5 automatic finalists of this year, it of course includes Austria but doesn't include Spain. Germany is unfortunately the least successful in the last 5 years. They just didn't have any kind of breakthrough result. They never entered top 10, and we had 3 finishes in the bottom 2. If we take a look at all the 15 years, we still can enjoy the victory of Lena, some very high results from Michael Schulte and Roman Lopes, so it puts Germany on place 4. So can Sarah Engels bring Germany to this very much desired top 10? Well, I have to say I don't really think so. Lately, this type of entries didn't really do so well in Eurovision. If we think about Georgia, 2 years ago, it hasn't been in top 20. If we think about Adrenalina from Sanhit, it hasn't been in top 20. And I personally think those performers had something a little bit more memorable about them. So I'm a little bit concerned, but I really hope that the song will be maybe revamped. Maybe the performance will be completely thought newly through. You just try to create some absolutely crazy and mind-blowing fire-inspired staging. Let's take a look at the Eurovision scoreboard to see how Eurovision fans are ranking the entry from Germany. And as you can see on your screen right now, Germany is placed 11th. I would have hoped that Sarah would be somewhat higher, because this is a typical song of Eurovision fans love to see in the competition. I'm just kind of afraid that in the tops of many people and also the juries, Germany might be slightly outside top 10 in the Eurovision final, which then would mean that they don't really get much points. But how are the bookmakers seeing the chances of Sarah and Fire? So as you can see on your screen, Germany is currently ranked 23rd, which unfortunately is not that high. It's ranked lower than Czechia, Latvia, Romania, Serbia and Croatia, but is above Georgia, Azerbaijan, Lithuania, Poland and San Marino. As I have already said, I personally really enjoyed this song. I think this is exactly what Eurovision needs, more of this cool, nice up-tempo Eurovision bops. But the last year's records kind of show that these songs tend to do not so well in Eurovision, but I will definitely keep my fingers crossed for Sarah. And this concludes my short review of the German entry for Eurovision 2026. I'm extremely proud to see Sarah Engels represent our country. I really hope that she will do well, and I will definitely root for Germany this year. Please let me know down below in the comments how you see the chances of Germany in this competition. Do you agree with the choice of the German public and international jury in the national selection, or did you have any other favorite? I'm always extremely excited to read your comments, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.